Happy Monday, everyone. It's the day before Halloween, or as I used to call it, a socially acceptable time to embrace my true sugar self. I'm wearing a special shirt for you this morning. Hope you can see it. Wanted to talk about something that came up yesterday. I got an IM from one of my most devoted Kryptoniters. She was saying how she had to go out and buy a special type of candy for her family members. And I was nicely reminding her that she didn't. This is a really good example of the lies we tell ourselves. Now, the brutal part about this is we don't think it's a lie when we tell it to ourselves or when we tell it to our friends, which makes it the cruelest lie of all. Now, there's a lot of psychological dancing that has to go on for us to perpetuate these lies. Why do we do it? We do it because we want it to happen. We think we're being good moms, parents, sisters, hosts, Martha Stewart wannabes, whatever. But it is, like I refer to in my book, it's a 2 a.m. booty call. Now, for those of you that haven't gotten to the booty call part of my book, I use breaking up with a bad boyfriend as an analogy with sugar. It's funny, it's catchy. We can talk about the Taylor Swift song to use it. It's also a really good analogy when we have the false breakups, for when we give back the stuff, for when we truly move on. But the booty call analogy I especially like. It's for when we call to say hi at 2 a.m. or they call to say hi or stop by our house or whatever. When we go and buy candy and bring it into our home that we know we do not have a handle around, we are calling our ex at 2 a.m. when we're drunk on this subject. So screw the booty calls. If your spouse, kids, husband, whoever the heck they are, really, really need the fill in the blank, fine. Someone else can get it for them, and they can eat it somewhere else. Or they can even bring it into the house. Don't be a part of it. And if they need to bring it into the house, keep it somewhere else. It doesn't have to be in your kitchen, your world. So my kids this year, they're like, Mom, where's the candy? Where's the this? Where's the that? And I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that this year, guys. They're like, oh. But, I took my daughter to Disney World, and they had a big Halloween party. I let her trick or treat. She's dressed up. I didn't make her stay home and eat apple slices. No. We still celebrated. We're still doing Halloween in our family. I'm just not buying 5-pound bags of candy corn and eating them while I watch Days of Our Lives. So, that's a whole other conversation. So I was watching Stranger Things yesterday because it was a really, really gross Sunday here. And I love that show, by the way. I don't want for anyone that hasn't finished yet. But one of the commandments or codes or rules of the foursome of the boys is friends don't lie. So under that theme, be your best friend. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie and say, I'm buying the Kit Kat bars for the kids, when you know full well you're going to be tearing in the Kit Kat bar bag in the Stop and Shop parking lot. I'm talking about myself. I'm not throwing stones. I'm not judging you. I speak from personal experience. I've done that. Don't do that. I'm going to buy Dum Dums this year, probably tomorrow night at like 6:40, because I hate Dum Dums. Dum Dums are so boring, the dry cleaner gives them out. And even my kids don't like them. They're just... And by the end of the night, when it's really quiet, I'll give all my Dum Dums to the last kid, who will probably be like, great lady, super. Because I don't care about them. And I'm giving something out. I'm not, handing out rocks or talking to them about Jesus or, God forbid, giving out UNICEF money or something. So I'm not completely not being fun, but I'm also not setting myself up for failure. So when you do the booty call crap, when you lie to yourself, when you aren't kind to yourself, when you put yourself in that position, you are not being your best friend. So like the kids in Stranger Things, you have to look out for yourself. And you have to not lie to yourself. And it's a long road to advocating for what's best for yourself. And it is a long road in just saying to your family, hey, we're not doing that this year. Especially when you're a mom and you're the wife and you set the tone for the holidays. And if you don't do the work, a lot of it isn't done. And that can create a whole bunch of emotions and guilt and whatever. I hear you. But you have to look out for your own health and your own mindset. And if you cannot have all that stuff in your house, it's your house too. So if your husband or your kids or your whoever really need Kit Kats that badly, they know where the grocery store is. Just saying. All right. Last thing. So 4 people so far are in this special winner's circle of the thing you cannot buy. You're going to want this. 2 more chances to be in it. And yesterday's answer were of the 4 fundamentals. You should all have answered it. Today's question. I used to talk about how I would try to make coffee palatable by adding skim milk and a bunch of equal. Here's a funny picture I found the other day of Moira and I. So she would be about 1.5. You can see her little arms. I would be 31. I clearly hadn't discovered Botox yet. What do I do with coffee now? I am me. All right. Have a good day.